What is this? Tell me something. Are you in the habit of just walking into people's houses uninvited? Does that ever end poorly? I'd think most people would object to strangers rifling through their things. Of course, I am not most people. Come to think of it, it has been too long since I've enjoyed the conversation of strangers. Now that is the question, isn't it? I'm going to need time to figure that out. Which gives you plenty of time to get us some refreshments. Have you ever heard of the Rialte Brocaire? It is a particularly rare vintage from the north. Why don't you travel to Lucky Mine and root around a bit? Find a bottle of the Rialte Brocaire for us to share, and then we'll talk. I haven't tasted its sweet sorrow since I was a young warlord. Bring me a bottle and I'll tell you all about those long-forgotten days. You wish to know of me? I'm not that interesting, I promise. Not many choose to live upon the flooded plains of Akatha. Between the Tuatha and the Wild Fae, it is a place of little worth. Still, I like to call it home. Once, Candrian was a small kingdom whose borders included the land of Akatha. The lords of Candrian ruled from a great keep to the southeast. Now it is little more than a dilapidated fortress looming over a run-down village south of here. The war has bled it dry. Until later, then. Greeting. Ah, a bottle of the Rialte Brocaire. This is going to treat me right. Yes, indeed. You've done me quite the boon fetching this, though I'll admit it leads me to outrageous wagers. For instance this. If you can complete 8 labors of my choosing, I shall give you the treasures of Erethel. It is rare I meet a stranger such as yourself, and I would like to take this opportunity to set things right. I assure you the reward will be well worth it. Excellent! You've already fetched the Rialte Brocaire for me. That can count as the first of the 8 labors. Well done. Now, your next task. Take this letter to a man named Matix Dace in the village of Condrian to the south. That is all. Matix Dace is the resident brewmaster of the Condrian Inn. He spent his entire life behind that bar. When you give him the letter, it's probably best if you don't mention me immediately. Let him figure things out for himself. He was once a kind man, good for a laugh or an encouraging word. When I kidnapped his sister, though, something inside him snapped. And I cannot blame him, of course. Until later, then.
Good day. Greetings.
You're not from around here. I am Eli Thames, and I could use your help with a delicate task. Farewell.
Greetings. What'll it be? Is that so? Let's take a look. That bastard! He murders my dear sister Jera in cold blood, then waits 30 years and thinks a note will make everything right. You tell Durfel that if I ever see him again, I'm going to gut him. You'd better run along now, and don't forget to tell Durfel that I'll be looking for him. Been running the inn here in Melaglir all my life. My father was proprietor before me, and his father before him. Used to be we could count on travelers passing through here every week, but now we're lucky to have any visitors at all. Aye, I remember Mistress Fell stayed with us not too long ago, asking questions about the disappearances. Departed in a hurry, paid up, but left her possessions behind in a chest upstairs. Let me know if you discover what happened to her. I hope she's all right. Mel Aglear'd be nothing but a cinder too, if we weren't a quick march from Lord Candrian's keep. I suppose his lordship could live with letting his people die, but not if he could hear them screaming while it happened. We have the finest accommodations in Erethel. Would you like to rent a room? Very well. We will always have room if you change your mind.
Hail, Wanderer.
Hello there. I trust everything went well delivering the letter to Matix Dace? I'm not sure he took kindly to it. Regardless, you have completed the second labor. For your next labor, I need you to retrieve a sword, Hellbane, off the body of a great Varani Blademaster known as Three Swords. News has recently come to me of the fall of a great Varani Blademaster known as Three Swords. He bested me, and instead of taking my life, he took my sword, Hellbane. I want you to find where Three Swords died and retrieve the weapon. He was called Three Swords for the three weapons he favored. He was one of the only mortals I've ever known to master the challenging art of wielding the twin Fey blades. I'm sure the Tuatha paid a mighty butcher's bill for it. Travel to the Tuwili coast, search near the shore, and follow the Tuatha bodies. Three Swords will not have fallen easily. Farewell.
Issa met Owl. They embraced each other, and in stillness enveloped the darkened land. Where one sang, the other danced, and they sang thus. We are Issa, and Own danced. We are Own, and Issa danced. I am the summer's dawn, And Own bowed, I am the morning winter, and Issa bowed. This thing is something, and Own wept. Naught of naught, and Issa wept.
Hello there. You have acquired Hellbane. Excellent. Now, for your next labors, I need you to collect some items. The Bloodstone, a circlet, and the Rose of Kandrian. The Bloodstone in particular must be bought. Here is some gold to do so. The circlet from the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir, the Bloodstone from Kel's Cafety, and the Rose of Kandrian from the Grave of Geradace. He is a lying, whoring, two-faced mongrel, a blight on the plains of Erethel for the better part of 20 years. Long ago, he cheated me in a game of cards, winning a gem known as the Bloodstone. I want you to get it back. Use the gold I have given you to get it back. If you can convince Kells to part with the gem for less, good. If you can't, do what you need to do. Well, if you don't have the skills to do so, take this book. Place it in the bookshelf to the left of the chest, and the chest should unlock. Let's just call it a legacy of my misspent youth, and not ask questions as to how it works. Now, go, get me that circlet. The magic of the headstone will allow the bearer of Hellbane to pull the rose from the stone as if it were alive. All right then, you'd best get going. Until later then.
Approach and await the wisdom of the fates. I am the great Kells Cafferty, sworn and scrupled servant to the Sisters of Destiny. Speak, that I may divine your future, and through my gift, bless your mortal soul. I don't like strangers who ask a lot of questions. This town is full of old fools. Most of them will believe anything you tell them. I'm sure Durfel is not very fond of me. I beat him in a game of cards many years ago, fair and square. Well, by my standards, anyway. Traditionally, this sort of transaction happens under more discreet circumstances, if you understand my meaning. Tell you what, I'll part with it for a hefty price. Pleasure doing business, friend.
A prayer for our troops.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
It's a nightmare, it is.
Archsage.
Greetings, Archsage. Greetings. Ah, you have returned. Then your 7th labor awaits. Together, the items you collected comprise the Amrinthian Band, the crown of Kandrian kings. Your 7th labor is to reconstruct this crown. There is only one place where the Amrinthian Band may be reconstructed. On a rock. Find a Fey sagecrafter named Hendy and tell her I sent you. She will assist you in restoring the Amrinthian Band. It is an ancient crown for ancient kings. That is all I will say on the matter. Until later, then.
Greetings. The Lord of Tides, the thrice-crowned king, the Bandit Prince of Melaglir. He forged from blood a sword of sin to cut and rend and sear. From hardened hearts his people wept, tears to flood from stone unbroken, the long-forgotten truth unspoken.
It's not often I get visitors here in Anorak. What is your business? Indeed. I can feel the power emanating from the items you bear. Give me a moment, and I will reconstruct the band. There you are. Take it, with my blessings. I can help you with your gems if you wish. Durfel is a very old friend of mine. I haven't heard from him in years, though. It's nice to finally get some news of him. Nothing too interesting. Just a lonely sage-crafter.
Hello there. The Amrinthian Band. Alas, I would dearly love to dive into a lecture regarding this crown's rich and sordid history, but there is no time. You see, a man named Kurig Shasta has tracked you here. He and his band of mercenaries await outside, keen on shedding my blood. He is the man who murdered my wife, Jera, when Maddox Dace had hired him to kill me. Kurig had wanted to take my life for a long time, and now he has more reason to. He wants the truth of Jera's death to die with me. I have to confess, these labors you've done for me have been for a single cause. I have been waiting for the day when I could meet Kurig once again. I sent you on labors to arm myself for this fight. They followed you to me just as I hoped they would, and now I need your help to fight them off. There is nothing to work out with Kurig. It is either him or me. Now hurry and join me outside so we can greet our guests. Farewell. There is no reasoning with Kurig Shasta. We must kill him now. Never mind. Kurig Shasta had a contract out on my life the last 15 years. I'm glad the bastard's finally dead. I can finally begin to travel as I come upon my remaining days. Return to my home and you will find a secret door in the fireplace which leads to my treasure room. All of the treasure there now belongs to you.
I need your help. Please. My daughter Julia has been kidnapped by bandits. Those animals left me for dead and took her. I'm a tinker, for fate's sake. What kind of savages attack a tinker? Julia is the only family I have left. Will you help me? The bandits here are fierce, led by one called Conovar. He attacked us in broad daylight when we were trying to leave this place. I've lived my whole life on these roads. I know full well that the price of travel is a bit of coin in the pocket of the local thugs. But these fiends took my daughter. I'll pay anything I have to get her back. Will you find her? Thank you. I heard Conovar tell his men to put her with the rest of the lot before selling them. For fate's sake, hurry! I hope you fare better than those Kandrian guard clowns. Most of them didn't last long enough to see the bandit camp. I want my daughter back. I'll pay you with all the gold I have. Those animals took her to a camp to the south. Be careful. They're a rough-looking lot. I'd suggest you to use diplomacy, but from the looks of you, I suspect you speak a different language. Whatever it takes, I don't care. Get me my daughter back and I'll reward you as best I can. Most gnomes favor the bustling city life of Adessa. Not me. Oh, no, sir. Ever since I was a young boy, the open road beckoned. So I've walked the roads of Erethel, Dalantarth, and Detir for 40 years, selling my services to anyone who can pay. Lately, though, it seems the world is growing more dangerous. Worse than it's ever been. At least for as long as I can remember. Her mother passed away when Julia was young. I've done my best, but sometimes I think she takes care of me more than I take care of her. I've been teaching her the tinker trade, but I'm not sure life on the road suits her. Whatever you do, stay away from that cursed place. With bandits to the west and Tuatha raiders to the north, the village already had its fair share of trouble. Now I hear tell of people vanishing in the night. Whatever's happening there, it can't be good. If it were me, I'd steer clear of Conovar himself at all costs. Worthless bunch of clods. They attacked the bandits head-on and got themselves slaughtered. Crawl back here to lick their wounds. Farewell.
I've had worse.
thank you. It was awful. They were going to sell me to the Tuatha and send me to some place called the Keening. I've got to get back to Father. I'm returning to my father. You should talk to him too. I'm sure he'll reward you. I don't know much, only that it's where the Tuatha were going to send us. I don't imagine it's a place I'd want to go. Father has been teaching me to be a tinker, but I can't seem to get the hang of it. I think I'd like to be a scholar. Whenever we stop in Edessa, Father has to practically drag me out of the librarium. He's the best tinkerer there is. Everywhere we go, people know him and line up to give him work. But Father never likes to stay in one place for long. I can always spot the faraway look he gets when he's ready to move on. Creepy town. People disappearing in the night. Father insisted that we leave right away.
Julia's back. You did it! I can't thank you enough, stranger. Of course, any amount is insufficient to express my thanks, but please take this gold in payment. We'll be on our way then. Travel safely.
Yeah? What are you looking at? Wait, you look like a capable sort. I might have a job for someone capable. We set out, against orders, mind you, from Melaglir to put down this nasty brigand named Conover. Found him, and his followers too, but there were more of them than we expected. The few of my unit left alive only barely escaped. If you could finish Conover, I can pay you. He's dead, truly. That'll show Lord Kendrian. If his lordship had his way, we'd be wearing a rut around Melaglir shouting, "Hey, stop that!" over the pikes while this villain bled us to death. You've earned this. Spend it well. I've been a member of the Kandrian Guard for several years. We used to patrol all of Kandrian, but now his lordship has mostly confined us to his keep and Melaglir. The old poltroon has forbidden the Guard to deploy beyond Melaglir. We disobeyed orders to march this far. Most folk believe he's doing what's best for the town, but not me. I can't sit idly by and do nothing. He can take my head if he wants it. Not like I get to use it much anymore. Never saw a more drastic change in a gnome. When his daughter came back, he just about burst with joy. He even offered to help us get back to town. Quite a change from cursing and spitting at us. The people of Melaglir hide in their village, hoping the war will just pass them by. Fine for them, as long as they don't think too much about the people that can't hide under some lord's skirts. Till later, then.
Be careful. I've had worse.
The birth of twins did reave the land as brother upon brother warred. Scythes to swords, from rock to shore, the people madly weapons forged. Caught within a storm of rage, the land itself was deeply bled, for sanity had fled.
I will now tell you of those times as it was written of our forebearers. They lived off the bounty of the sea and the grasses and fields, the newly met peoples, beasts and flowers. If I am a liar, there is no truth in Valyria. The temper of our tired family calmed before waves, and hidden among the rocks, the shadowed nooks of beach and shore, a secret to all but our ancestors, the arcane wielded by Lyria's chosen, a sanctified buttress, the grounds on which they practiced her magic arts.
endless night the brothers' war did wreak upon the broken land, until the sorrow lord arose, the grieving knight to make a stand. The hammer of Acatha rose, and fell, and rose again. He took the throne of Candrian. report any suspicious activity at once. Watch yourself. I'll be keeping an eye on you. There is no loitering in the keep. Watch yourself. What's your business here?
Greetings. Hello. What may Durant Alagus do for you? Trading goods in Melaglir is just a necessity for me. I've always wanted to travel and study the esoteric elements of alchemy. But alas, where can one find time for such pursuits? Melaglir was never a particularly bustling town, but with the recent disappearances and the Tuatha Raiders nearby, few visitors come here anymore. It makes me sad. This land is old, my friend. Old indeed. Used to be that the lords of the Alfar ruled over much of the Arathel from the keep to the east of here. But time brings change, I suppose. Now it's just the keep and this village. Hello. What may Durant Alagus do for you? Hello. What may Durant Alagus do for you?
No one's entered the Reed House since they found them. The town is going to the kobolds. No one's entered the Reed House.
The guards seem a mite testy of late. Old Lord Candrian is determined to protect the village of Melaglir, whether from the Tuatha or any other threat. Take care at night. Strange things have been happening in Melaglir of late. This town is going to the kobolds.
Take care at night. The guards seem a mite testy of late.
Good day.
Greetings, visitor. What can I do for you? Greetings, visitor. What can I do?
You're back. Nothing new going on with old Eli. Just relaxing, enjoying my drink. Why, I am but a humble agent of change, endeavoring to be in the right place at the right time. Inre Candrian became Lord just before the Crystal War began. When the Tuatha invaded, he retreated to his keep and refused to come out. Left all Candrian to die just to save himself and his precious family name. Candrian was once the safest region in all of Arathel. No one dared to challenge the Candrian Guard. Now, with the Tuatha raiding up and down the coast, the Guard do nothing but protect Lord Candrian as he cowers in his keep. Durant runs the general store here in Melaglir. He's a bit off, but he's said to have a singular knowledge of the arcane. I'd heard it was a quiet town, but now I hear whispers of people mysteriously disappearing during the night. I haven't left the inn since I arrived. Rathir is the great city of the Dokkalfar, up the coast a ways. It's old and beautiful, but don't hold a candle to Odessa if you ask me. Lord Candrian wears a large ceremonial signet ring. He removes it only to sleep. I need you to go to Candrian Keep and steal it. Ever since Indre Candrian became lord, the Candrian Guard have not left the area around his keep. The Tuatha are raiding the Candrian coast entirely unchecked, and this gravely worries the citizens of Rathir. We wish to inspire Lord Candrian to leave his keep and drive the Tuatha back into the sea, and the ring is the first step. Excellent. I'm told that Lord Candrian keeps it in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Obtain the ring and return to me for another task. Lord Candrian keeps the ring in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. The keep is in the southeast corner of Candrian. Supposed to be impenetrable when it's sealed, but I've heard rumors that one could sneak inside through a cavern below it. Farewell.
Hail, Wanderer.
Welcome to Candrian Keep. Please behave yourself. Welcome to Candrian Keep. Please behave yourself.
Halt!
Greetings.
Ah, good, you got the ring. With this, we're one step closer to forcing Lord Candrian out of his keep and unshackling the Candrian Guard to challenge the Tuatha. We need to modify the ring before we return it to Lord Candrian. There is an altar in Western Candrian that is perfect for our needs. Take the ring there and place it on the altar. There may be some resistance to your efforts. Just ensure nothing disturbs the ring until it's finished. Return to me when you're done. We must modify Lord Candrian's signet ring with a bit of magic. Take the ring to Western Candrian and place it on the altar. You may have to defend the ring until it's finished. There could be some resistance. Farewell.
Hail, Wanderer.
Greetings.
Impressive. The altar put quite a nasty curse on that ring. Restore it to its proper place. Be sure you're not seen. The keep guards have been on high alert since the ring went missing. With Indre Kandrian dead, Arian Raidan is sure to become the new lord. He will drive the Tuatha off our shores once and for all. Don't worry, it will be painless. Once he's worn the ring and retires for the night, he'll sleep and simply never wake again. What did you think we were doing? Honestly, have you ever heard tell of a curse that could forge a brave man from a coward? This is the only way. Good. You'll need to find a different way in this time. Since your last visit, they've sealed the front door and barred all visitors. Remember, place the ring back where you found it without anyone noticing. Hopefully, Kandrian will just think he overlooked it. Restore the cursed ring to its proper place. Be sure you're not seen. The keep guards have been on high alert since the ring went missing. He is Lord Indre Kandrian's nephew, the son of Indre's sister, and a Losalfar trader. Thankfully, he spent his childhood in the north with his father's people. It was only recently that his parents passed away, and he was sent here to come age under the influence of Lord Kandrian. Farewell.
Good day.
The Lion of Winter, the Magus King, Indarian of Kandrian, captured fire in his fist and with it took command. With wisdom and tenacity, the Lord of Aod captained peace. May it never cease.